comes with hurdles, come with speed bumps, things that get in your way as far as you trying to progress and do what you need to do, man. And you know, it's been a rocky road trying to get to even where I am right now. I mean, it's further than where I've been, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm still climbing and trying to get to a certain point with everything. But even along the way, you know what I'm saying, it's been things that I've had to deal with, and you know, a lot of hurdles that I had to get across or whatever. I think one of the biggest hurdles has to do with, you know, it's kind of crazy because this is what I'm in it for, but you know, people actually, you know, buying, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's one thing, you know, with you building a brand and you know, you're trying to get people to buy into it, but it's another thing to actually have people buy. You know, it's one thing where, you know, you putting out all this product, you got people looking at you and they love it, you know what I'm saying? It's to the point where they go out of their way to tell you as far as, yo, this is such a great product, this is such an awesome thing that you got going on. But you know, you still have to deal with the fact that, you know, with you still being new and exclusive and not too many people heard of you, you know, people are not still willing to buy, you know, so quickly, you know what I mean? Because, you know, one, you know, with Atlanta, you know, Atlanta could be very superficial at times. So, you know, with things that people are not familiarized with, you know, they'll look at it, but they'll back away because they don't know exactly if it's hot or not, you know. So that's one of the things one of the biggest hurdles that I've dealt with. Another one is just, I guess, people just wanting to, you know, it's cool for people to, everybody loves what I'm doing, you know what I mean? But then you come across people who basically just try to use you for what you have and what you stand for, and try to take advantage of certain situations, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I've dealt with that in the beginning, and you know, it's something that you still deal with now, you know, where they don't quite understand how things work, you know, and at the same time, you know, you're new and upcoming, and you want to provide and you want to help everybody out, you know, everybody's trying to come up together, but there's people who use you, you know, try to take advantage of you because they feel, you know, you're a nice person, or you know, that because you're new, because you're exclusive, because you're, you know, you're just coming out, that you're willing to do any and everything for them, when, you know, they don't understand how much it's put into, you know, what goes on with, you know, what we do or whatever. So, you know, those are just a couple of things that I deal with on a regular basis, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I love what I do. I love the people that I'm involved with. I love, you know, I just love to create, period, you know what I'm saying? That's just what I'm in it for, you know, of course to make money too, but you know, I would do anything, you know, I wouldn't change anything that I'm experiencing, you know. It's all part of growth, it's all part of learning. You know, I get asked this a lot, and you know, I think a lot of people expect for me to say I'm inspired by other fashion brands or other, you know, fashion artists or other companies and things like that, but in reality, that's not really what I'm inspired by. Like, you know, I think if anything, the artistry behind what, you know, the fashion aspects of things, the actual, you know, artistic is what drawn me to it in the first place, and the feel of it, I guess. Music in general is what inspires me to do any and everything, you know. Like, there's just certain things that I hear, you know, emotionally felt, or, you know, is very expressive. Certain things just make me, you know, set a tone to how I react to certain things, or how I feel about certain things. It creates a mood. So, you know, when I hear certain things, you know, and it makes me feel a certain way, certain reactions come out of it, you know what I mean? It's not like I sit down and be like, okay, I'm gonna come up with a concept for a t-shirt today, let me think. It doesn't work like that. It's more or less like, you know, if I'm you know, in my car, and you know, I'm listening to a CD or something, or listening to my iPod or Pandora, which is awesome, by the way. I'm listening to Pandora, you know, on Common's channel, and I hear something, you know, that, you know, inspires me, or if I'm listening to Jay Dilla's channel and I hear something that I've never heard before, and it, you know, it creates this mood in me, it makes me feel, or move me, it makes me feel a certain way, and I get something out of it, then that's when it comes to me, you know. It was just like, you know, oh, I got this idea, like I gotta write this down, you know. That's how, you know, that's where all my energy comes from. It's just music, you know, soulful music, you know, hip hop, you know, even techno. You know, my fiance got me on techno music now. It's very atmospheric, you know. It's very like melodic. It just, something about it creates. It just takes me to almost like a trance, you know, when you see people listening to techno and they got their eyes closed and they doing all this other, you know, like crazy stuff. Like, I feel that, you know. I understand where that comes from, because it's felt in here, like, you know, it just takes you places, and that's what I see. You know, I see different things, like, you know, and I just translate it onto paper, or, you know, in which a way that, you know, people can understand it. You know, they say artists and musicians are crazy, but actually they're not. It's just what they, you know, they're very in touch with their emotions with it, I think. And that's where I am with it, you know. I'm very in touch with my emotions when it comes to that sort of thing. I think I translate it better is because of how I was raised, you know, being able to, you know, be around certain people who don't have appreciation for art, you know. So I had to learn how to turn certain things on and off, you know, personally with people. So, you know, I think that's why, you know, people enjoy Soul Simplicity, because they can relate to it. It's like, you know, it can be that nerdy feel, you know, that artsy fartsy feel. It can be the nerdy feel. It can be, you know, I don't want to say conservative, but, you know, I think it's something for everybody that can relate to, because I try to, you know, branding myself, I try to, you know, relate to everyone as far as getting the mood and feel of how people, you know, accept things or whatnot. So I try to see things from a different perspective with that. But anyway, I'm kind of getting off the subject. But I'm also, I think another thing that I'm inspired by, and I guess I know that I'm inspired by, is just, you know, the fact of how creative other people are, you know. How do they come up with certain concepts, and, you know, how to create things, or, you know, it just, one of the biggest influential people in my life, I had to say, is Andy Warhol. You know, artist. A lot of people don't know that he did so many different mediums into art, like myself. Like, I just don't draw anymore. You know, I started out as an illustrator, but, you know, now I've gone into video, you know, photography. Like, that's kind of his thing. I don't look at him as an artist. I look at him as an expressionist, because, you know, he felt certain things that he just wanted to express himself through different mediums, you know, and I feel that, you know, and, you know, that's inspiring to me, because it made me feel like once I discovered that damn, you know, I'm not out here alone, you know, I'm not all over the place like I think I am. I think I'm just a person that likes to express themselves in such a way where people can catch it and relate to it, and just deliver it, and people will feel that, you know. So yeah, you know, those are the two things I think I might be influenced by, is just music and, you know, other creative people. You know, nothing is ever original in any way. People create things off other people, you know what I mean. You might think you came up with a concept, or you thought of something, but, you know, it's all recycled. It's just the way that you deliver it, you know, or how you present it in which a way that somebody else did, you know what I'm saying. So, you know, that's just, you know, I guess that's it.